Hey, what's up, guys? This is Armedfro here. Got another match. This is versus Zebra of This is not Black Spotted Zebra. Another Zebra I found on the forums. And this is actually a pretty fun match. It's an OU match I haven't done in a while, so I decided just to get back into it. I'm gonna lead with my Ferrothorn, my Saria, and he's gonna lead with Infernape. I'm assuming it's gonna be like a Stealth Rock Infernape, but I really don't want to risk it. So what I'm gonna do is gonna switch out into Jellicent because it can take anything that Infernape can throw at him, unless it's random hidden power or something like that, but he goes for the close combat, which is really good because now anything on his team is not going to like a Scald. He goes for the U-turn, which makes me think that he is either, I'm thinking Life Orb, but it might be Focus Sash, but you know what, whatever. So I'm going to go for the Scald. He goes into his Lucario, which is not going to like the Scald, and I'm really hoping for the burn because, I mean, Scald does have a 30% accuracy, 30% chance of burn. It does little under half, which I was kind of expecting because Lucario does have halfway decent defenses. But now I'm going to switch into Edward to predict the close combat or the crunch. He actually goes for the Dark Pulse, which makes me think that he is special, which I'm pretty sure my Gliscor can take it, but he gets a crit, which really sucks. That's going to kill my Gliscor in one hit, which makes me think from the damage that he is spec'd. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch to my Red Eyes, which is my Hydreigon, and I'm going to go for the Focus Blast. Because it's going to hit him pretty hard, but he switches into his Dragonite, which is going to take this Focus Blast hard, but I miss, which kind of sucks, but you know what? It doesn't really matter what I've done. All I've done was break his multi-scale. So what I'm going to do is going to switch into Ferrothorn, predicting the Dragon Claw. I'm pretty sure that if he goes to the Dragon Dance, I can T-Wave him, and if I don't T-Wave him, the Iron Barbs will be able to take off his multi-scale, and I can bring in Jellicent. So I'm actually going to go with the T-Wave here, seeing if he does have the Fire Punch. He seems to not have it, so he's going to switch into his Heatran, which is not going to like this T-Wave, which makes it a lot easier to deal with, because even my walls are going to be faster than him. So what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to switch into my Jellicent, just to be able to either scald this guy to death. Even if he does go for the Toxic, my Jellicent doesn't have Recover, so it's not going to be affecting that much. So I'm going to switch into my Jellicent. He actually gets paralyzed. Pretty sure he went for the Fire Attack. Not 100% sure, because he actually stays in here, which is really interesting. And I'm going to go for the Scald. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 2-hit KO, just because Heatran has really good special defense. And it's going to do a little over half. He goes for the Flash Cannon, which I haven't really seen on a Heatran. This is the one move in this game that it's really weird, because he goes for the Flash Cannon on a water type, which is just weird, but I'm going to go for the Scald just to finish him off. I am faster because of the Paralyze. And he really didn't want to switch out into anything else, just because the chance of burn is too high. So I'm almost at full HP. He doesn't really have anything to take this Jellicent. He doesn't really have Electric Attack on any of his guys, and only thing he really has is this Lucario, which does have the Dragon Pulse, which you can't really bring in on the Jellicent because it's not going to enjoy the Scald. So I'm going to go into my Red Eyes, just predicting the Dark Pulse, but he actually predicts that very nicely. He goes for the Aura Sphere. The lack of an attack against my Jellicent just completely gets wiped out by this prediction right here. And the crit on my Gliscor, but you know what? It makes it an even match, which makes it good. So, my Red Eyes, this is going to go down to the Aura Sphere, and I'm going to go with my Ruto because he is spec'd. So I'm actually just going to go for the Scald again. Anything that comes in is not going to like it. He actually brings in his Dragonite, and the Scald is going to do a pretty good chunk considering that he does resist it. And I also get the Burn, which is really good. But he does have the Lumberry, which neutralizes the burn, and actually, I'm fine with staying in here, because he doesn't really have any moves against me. Only thing he really do is just Dragon Claw, so I'm going to go for the Ice Beam. He actually brings in his Fernape to take the Ice Beam very nicely, but the sucky thing is, well, it's good for me, but bad for him, I get the Freeze. I mean, it does make up for the crit and the miss on the two moves, but you know what? Hacks is hacks. It kind of sucks getting it, but it's good for me because I can just go for the Scald to hopefully take out this Fernape. Fernape doesn't have really good special defense, so a stab super effective move is pretty much going to kill, but I don't, which is really weird. So right here, I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam, just because if he does decide to switch out randomly, it would hit more guys. And I'm pretty sure he's going to bring in his Lucario here. And there's only two guys on his team I'm really scared of right now. One is this Lucario, and two is his Alakazam. Both are special attackers. My Jellicent is a special defender, so he's my only defense against them. I take the Dark Pulse very nicely, and I'm actually going to flinch here. I was going to go for the Scald. Might have gotten the burn. It would have brought him really low, so anything could have taken him out. So I'm actually going to have to switch out here, go into my Saria just to take the Dark Pulse, and to make any of his guys paralyzed. Because if this Lucario gets paralyzed, it's going to make it 50 times easier for me to take him out. So he's either going to switch out. Any guys on his team is not going to like his T-Wave. His Dragonite's not going to like it. This Lucario and his Alakazam are not going to like the T-Wave. But he decides to go into his Dragonite just to take it. Take the status. Pretty sure he's going to actually switch out here. Oh, he has Aerodactyl too. My bad. Which is definitely not going to like it. So I'm actually gonna, pretty sure I go for the T-Wave again. Oh no, I'm pretty sure I go for the Power Whip. Just to hopefully take him out. No, what am I talking about? I switch into my Wishy-Washy, just wanting to get the neutral electric attack on him. But this is a perfect chance for me, just to go for the Hydro Pump. In hindsight, I should have gone for the Thunderbolt, but Hydro Pump is going to miss, which really sucks. It does have low accuracy, I know. I should have gone for the Thunderbolt. It would have killed him anyways, but you know what? Hindsight's 2020. So I'm going to go into my Saria again just to take the Stone Edge, just because nothing he could do is going to do anything to me. His Stone Edge is not going to do jack, and Earthquake is not stabbed. It's not going to do jack. And it's just going to bring him down his Life Orb. So right here, I'm going to go for the Power, predicting that he does have the Taunt because it's probably a lead Aerodactyl. He does have it, which is really good, so I did predict that correctly. And I'm going to go for the Power Whip to hopefully take him out, but I miss again, which really sucks, really bad. But I'm pretty sure he's going to switch out here. He doesn't want any of his guys to take, he doesn't want his Aerodactyl to take the Power Whip. So I'm actually going to go for the Power Whip again, just so this Lucario will die to another Dark Pulse. Scald. Yeah, he has Dark Pulse. So, only thing I really could do here is try to predict him. It's either this Ferrothorn or my Jellicent. I decided to stay in, just go for the Power Whip again, just to hopefully take him out. But he does predict me correctly, or just go straight forward for the attack and kills my Ferrothorn, which kind of sucks. I'm kind of rusty in the OU predictions, but this Ruto is just such a freaking beast. He has to switch out. I'm gonna go for the Recover, just to make myself at full HP again. If he switches into his Alakazam, I know I could take one Shadow Ball and Scald him, so he's not out of the Focus Sash range, because Alakazam does have Magic Guard. But right here, I'm going to go for the Ice Beam. Why not? His Lucario comes in, takes the Ice Beam. It's going to do a pretty hefty chunk. This Dragonite dies. Alakazam. There's no negative part of this, of using the Ice Beam here. So, the Dragonite does go down, which is really good because my Ruto is back at full HP. He's going to go into his Lucario. He needs a flinch or a crit on this Dark Pulse, which luck is not going my way, but I do take it nicely. I do go for the Scald, and this Lucario is the pain in my ass. This whole game is down, which is really good. So what I could do here, only thing he has left is his Alakazam and his Aerodactyl. I do have my Wishy-Washy. I do have this Jellicent, and I do have, I'm pretty sure I have one more guy. No, I have, what's his face? Scizor. So I'm going to actually go with my Wishy-Washy as Death Fodder. He actually does go for the Shadow Ball. And it's really interesting. I'm going to live another Shadow Ball, but I don't know if he's Scarfed or Specked or Life Orb, but he goes for the Shadow Ball again, which makes me live I'm pretty sure he doesn't have um, Focus Sash at this point because he did go for the Shadow Ball again. But the Thunderbolt is going to bring him down, and he's going to break his potential Focus Sash, which is really good. And all I have to do here is just let my Wishy-Washy die, bring in my Ryu, which is my Scizor, go for the Bullet Punch, clean up this game, because this Alakazam's going to die and this Aerodactyl's going to die. It does freeze here. No, it doesn't. Haha. He switches out for some odd reason, and when Alakazam comes back in, it dies. And it freezes there. So I don't even know if that Aerodactyl is legal. I really don't know Aerodactyl's second ability, but you know what? Aerodactyl dies, doesn't matter, and then the Alakazam's gonna die again. So that's gonna be a good game, Zebra. I really like OU, and I really like this team. It's just such a good team. It's such a well-balanced team. But thanks for watching, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. See, it freezes here. So tell me, guys, what you think of this match. Like me on Facebook, and rate, comment, subscribe, and stay classy, guys.